Hello, welcome back to Margot Watches Movies. My name's Jake Margot. Tonight I'm reviewing Ironheart. I was hoping I wouldn't have to, but I left what I thought on my very small, very new YouTube channel would be way too hard to achieve goals. But I vastly underestimated the internet's ability to watch other people be miserable watching crappy shows. So in this kind of ironic catch-22, I do have to thank you guys for giving me my most watched video so far, hitting every goal I set and smashing it, and wanting to see me watch this terrible television show. So I hope you're ready, because we're here for the whole ride, all right? And Ironheart to me is, as someone, again, who never liked to hate watch, this is easily one of the worst shows I've ever watched so far. I feel like it can only... You feel like it could get better, like because we're at the bottom, but you never know where rock bottom hits. So, this episode starts with our band of gang member felony committing heroes celebrating having successfully committed grand larceny, extortion, coercion, blackmail, attempted murder. And they got away with it. So we're celebrating. We got a nice needle pump drop, woo, hip hop song playing at the start, funky shit. You heard? And we're celebrating. We're all having fun. Hey, what are you going to do with your money? Oh, I'm going to take my money from that felony we committed, and I'm going to open up a school for kids as a front for my illegal explosive weapons black market operation. That's a real line. And it's supposed to be whimsical. Like, and we get some intrigue as one of the other crew members, she has like crowns and stuff in her teeth, or grills, I think. I don't know, one of the two. Comes down with Anthony Ramos, the gang leader, and she's coming down with his hood. They call him Hood. It's a fucking cape, guys. It's a Count Dracula cape. Why is his name Hood? Am I missing something? I don't think his hood has been on one time while he's wearing this Transylvania cape, looking like he stepped off the set of Nosferatu. Why is his name Hood? Anyways, she comes down with the hood. I lockpicked his super secret safe. And she gets beat up by John, the racially ambiguous right-hand man to Anthony Ramos's Hood. And then Riri steps in, and they're bucking off, squaring off, about to fight. And then, of course, like, Anthony Ramos just magically appears around the corner. John, stop it! That's our titular hero you're talking to. You guys are going to kill me making me watch this. So Riri goes home. While Riri's at home, that sniveling, pathetic character played by Alden Ellenrich, who got a couple chuckles from me, and he is reminding me he is a talented actor. So yet again, I emphatically state, Alden, fire your agent. He hates you, dude. He hates you. He does not have your best interest at heart. Why are you on this show? You're actually kind of talented. And you do not belong anywhere near this. What is he doing? What happened to his career? What do they have on him? So anyway, he shows up to the apartment. How'd you find me? Google. Google? He Googled where she lived? Isn't this the same character at the start of the pilot that stole, what do you guys think, $250 million, $300 million prototype Iron Man suit? She stole it after being expelled to the point where they disabled the features in the suit while she was flying. Stolen property, I'm pretty sure, popped up. They know where she lives. The mom made a call to the janitor and bribed him. The cops show up later in the episode at her doorstep, investigating her for homicide because Trevor, the dude that tries way too hard in his comedy crap, shows up, is dead, got killed, rampage. Whatever that guy is, you know, the meme where he turns around and shoots someone on his like pretend talk show. I can't remember his name. I don't know why. He ends up dead. We'll get to that in a minute. So Alden Ellenrich shows up. Definitely not Oadia Stain's son. And blackmails her. And I have to admit, that was the microcosm of enjoyment I got from this episode. Was this guy is so pitiful that seeing him like have this little character moment that through sheer talent, he actually managed to somehow pull off with what these writers, these dumbass writers, are writing for him. Blackmails Riri into meeting up with him the next day. Riri goes to a park with AI Natalie. AI Natalie's lecturing her about being a felon. Riri's like, don't worry, I got it. I'm a hero. I'm doing this so I can advance technology. First off, if you were this smart, go get some parts, go get some scraps, build something. Didn't she build a force field for a student in the first episode? You could sell that for $25 million. The whole concept of this show is so stupid. It is so stupid. Who are these writers? Is this like the chick that wrote The Acolyte? Who was Harvey Weinstein's assistant? Who are these writers? Were they procurers for Epstein? How did they get this job? How? Anyway, we're at the park lecturing Riri about being a felon. And all of a sudden, AI Natalie starts having memories like she is Natalie, which I get. We're in a show where a guy walks around in a cape with magic invisibility powers. A cape, and it's called Hood. So whatever. I don't even care about it. It's not even worth mentioning again. I mentioned it, but we won't mention AI Natalie all of a sudden having the memories of Natalie again. That it's done and dusted. So we move on to she goes over to Alden Ellenrich's house, and here's the big reveal no one saw coming. Am I Sherlock Holmes? Do I have genius levels of deduction skills? Do I see the fact that someone's zipper is 3/4 down and guess that they're from New Zealand and that their father's name's Henry? No, I'm just watching a show written by dumbasses. But how do they reveal that his dad is Oadia Stain? Riri reaches her hand into a cookie jar, pulls out a Ziploc bag. And on this Ziploc bag is crudely plastered duct tape. And shoddily scribbled in Sharpie is the words Obadiah S. That's my dad. And for some reason, this tech genius who was on a full grant at MIT and is going to be bigger than Jobs, bigger than Gates, bigger than Pym, bigger than Stark. She kind of hit the cadence on that line, though. I will give her credit. She's like, I'm going to be bigger than Jobs, bigger than Gates, bigger than Pym, bigger than Stark. She kind of hit that. It was a bar. It was a terrible, terrible line, but the cadence, she got that flow. So good job, Riri. But this person that's that smart needs this dude to hold her hand. She's like, wait a minute. Obadiah, that's not a common name. And then he has to tell her, yeah, Oadia Stain, my dad. And then because the writers are like, we're dumbasses. The audience is dumbasses. They've never watched a Marvel show because they're all dumbasses. Here's a big picture of Jeff Bridges, in case you didn't pick up who the hell Oadia Stain is. Who are these people? So, with that big, shocking reveal out of the way, we move on to the central plot point of the show, which is this big heist where they're going to go steal something from a guy that grows plants on a super secret greenhouse in the middle of the Hudson, the whatever lake is on Chicago. Is it Lake Michigan? And Riri's flying out to Lake Michigan in this super duper top secret greenhouse, and they're going to do a heist. And none of the security guards see her with all these lights on her suit flying around in a pitch black night. And we do this stupid heist. Blah, 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 blah. And she's trying to like laser a piece of the dude's hood off, Anthony Ramos, to like research it under a microscope and see if it has like the qualities of essence of witchcraft and wizardry, or if it's vibranium or something. I don't know. It's so stupid. And the heist goes wrong. Anthony Ramos, and his bloodlust, his vendetta and revenge, snaps the neck of this botanist, basically. And Riri watches it happen, and when she's trying to laser off his hood, it triggers some like external persons in the greenhouse, even though she's in it already, and it triggers the alarms. Everyone gets locked in the CO2. Somehow they make it out. I blacked out, and somehow she gets to a point where that John guy, the racially ambiguous right-hand man of Anthony Ramos, and she stupidly confronts him about Trevor, what's his name, Rampage, being murdered. No loose ends. And he tries to kill her. And our hero leaves him to die in a greenhouse, flies home, and has a panic attack as her actions are starting to catch up to her. So, this episode was another total failure. We're not quite at dumpster fire levels yet, because I think it can go lower. I really do. But everything about this show is an embarrassment. Every person of this show should be ashamed for having been a part of it. And I know, like, working on projects as crew members, they're putting their blood, sweat, and tears into this. So I'm not calling out the key grips and the coffee getters and, you know, whoever's trying their best to shoot, like some of the cinematographer. But the writers of this show are such unbelievably big dumbasses. And they think every viewer at home watching is an absolute dumbass, that it's almost starting to feel spiteful. I don't think it is, but I feel like this is just a horrendously awful attempt to be hip, to be subversive. But all they're doing is throwing fuel into stereotypes they try so hard to fight on Twitter and Instagram and social media and everything. And it's an embarrassment to everybody involved. It really is. So thank you guys for making me watch this. I'm tempted to throw another ransom demand, but we're in it now. I'm a man of my word. So enjoy watching me melt down. The show is ass. It's dog water. It's never been made. And it's actually killing my excitement, what little excitement I had for Fantastic Four. So that's my review. Thank you all for the success of my last review and making me watch this. I really appreciate it, guys. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. But we'll have a review for this dumbass show up next week when it drops. This is Margo Watches Movies. My name is Jake Margo. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.